Why would a guy ask me if I've had boyfriends before? If I meet a 25-yo, I'm going to just assume she's had a boyfriend before. Are you in a particularly religious community? I don't want to be with a person who had like 100 partners, and the only way to know is to ask. They want to get to know you. It is likely not any more complicated than that. Past relationships is a part of your history. The get-to-know-you phase is all about random questions including this. It's information that pieces together the puzzle of why you are the way you are. They're curious, I guess? Could be for all kinds of reasons. Maybe they want to see if you've dated a million people, or see how you talk about an ex-partner. If somebody says my ex is a fucking snake who stabbed me in the back, I'd probably think that was a red flag. Feeling you out. You are 25. Have been in a long-term relationship? What are your intentions with dating? Or do you just like hookups? For me it would be curiosity. Well, how many men have you been with? Yes, I would. I wouldn't care about the details, but if you had someone before, for sure I would. Because when we get older, we want to make sure you have prior positive experience. It could mean many different things. I think it's most likely a casual question to get to know you. It could be an insecure or religious man, but I think that's less likely, though you have additional context. This is odd phrasing of a normal question. If you hadn't heard it before, you should probably assume these guys were inarticulate and meant to ask you about your past long-term relationships and how long you've been single. 1. They might be insecure about their own lack of experience. 2. They might be virgin hunting. 3. They might be picking up on something you're saying or doing that they think indicates you might not have experience. That's all I can think of. I'm sure there are other reasons. I don't consider it a normal question in the sense that I'd expect most people to assume the answer would be yes, and to ask some other more meaningful question instead. But I don't think it necessarily means something nefarious. I ask about dating history for 2 reasons when looking for a long-term relationship. If you talk shit about all your exes, I'm going to wonder if you were the common denominator. Even people who have been cheated on and moved have always sounded relatively composed when talking about their exes, so if you still sound angry, I'm going to assume you're still hurt and angry and not ready for dating. People who speak well of their exes, she was great, but we just didn't want the same things, are a green flag, because it tells me you're able to have mature, complex conversations and you also know what you're looking for. If you haven't dated anyone, well, it's not necessarily a red flag. But this is the analogy I use. If I'm planning a long road trip, who would I ask to drive? Someone who's been driving for many years, or someone who just got their license? He wants to know if you've been around. Most guys would just prefer if you hadn't. Maybe just curious with if you've had experience, and have figured out what you like and don't like yet, or established any boundaries based on experience, etc. Or maybe he's just curious. You can ask him why he asked in a non-accusatory manner if you'd like. There are things you really only learn by having a relationship. This includes both things about yourself, what to do not do, and what you really want vs need in a relationship. I'm guessing they're asking for 2 reasons. 1. You may be coming across as inexperienced for some reason. Someone looking for a serious relationship will want someone with the maturity and experience to do the same. I'm not saying your first relationship can't be the one, but it likely won't be. 2. They want to make sure you're not the opposite and burn through boyfriends one after another. Are you shy? I'm 23 and have had online relationships, but never in person. I'm incredibly shy, so girls think don't approach me and I'm usually too shy to approach them. Anyways, if you act shy, maybe they assume you are new to dating.